Good evening, everyone. We will begin the evening service of the Miroku Association headquarters, expressing our gratitude to God and Meishu-sama for the permission and protection granted us while participating today in God's divine plan of constructing a paradise on this earth. Let us pray together the Amatsu-Norito Prayer of Heaven, followed by the Miroku Prayer. Please stand. 高天原にかむずまります。かむろぎかむろみのみこともちて、すめびおやかむいさなぎのみことをつくしのきむかのたちはなのほどのあぎはらにみそぎはらい思うときになりませる。払いどの神たち、もろもろのまがこと罪汚れを払いたまえ清めたまえと直すことのよしを天つかみ国つかみやおよろずの神たちともに雨の藤駒の耳振り立ててぎこしめせとかしこみもまおす弥勒大神守りたまえ先はえたまえ弥勒大神守りたまえ先はえたまえ教えみよや主の神守りたまえ先はえたまえ教えみよや主の神守りたまえ先はえたまえこんながらたまちはえませ。こんながらたまちはえませ。Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan. Please be seated. We will now receive group Johrei.
So bless you.
Johrei is now concluded. Let us now listen to a reading from Meishu-sama's teachings. Guidance for living in this world. Those who can offer harmonious solutions to any problem or difficulty are loved and respected by all. People who do not neglect even the smallest unimportant matters prove to be those capable of accomplishing great deeds. Those who limit their vision and see only small transitory things cannot perceive the way to great eternal truth. In our organization, we often use the expressions shoujo or daijo to represent the small view or the large view. But in reality, those who accomplish great things do so by paying attention to even the smallest details. If you think only on a grand scale without concern for the little things, you end up in failure. It is good to have big ideas, but the small ones are just as necessary. If you neglect small matters, you cannot achieve big goals. So I say you have to be sojo and daijo at the same time. You cannot be exclusively one or the other. It is not good to adhere either to the right or to the left. You have to be balanced. If you think you have to act a certain way, then you are already biased.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining the Miroku Association headquarters evening service and for joining us in prayers for world peace. This evening, I want to share with you the faith experience of Robson de Souza Lira. He's from the Campo Grande, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Robson, who is now 22 years old, has been a Johrei member for the past 3 years. It was in 2016 that he discovered the presence of kidney stones that cause excruciating pain. With regularity, the kidney stone purification would haunt him at least once a year thereafter. One morning 2021, Robson once again woke up suffering with intense pain. As he was unable to drive and no one was able to take him to a hospital, he determined he would go to the Johrei Center, located not far from his home. Robson arrived at the center and attended the morning service. However, because of the pain he felt, he couldn't stay put for long and asked his friend who was giving service that day for help. His friend took Robson to a room at the center and started channeling him Johrei. They were soon joined by another missionary who simultaneously channeled Johrei to Robson. Within minutes, his pain intensified. He experienced nausea and vomited profusely. For more than 2 hours, Robson experienced radically intense pain, during which he couldn't find a body position that would allow him to feel even a little less uncomfortable. Then suddenly the pain ceased. Miraculously and with great relief, Robson was astonishingly able to walk normally, as if nothing had ever happened. What impressed him the most was that every time he had previously suffered from these attacks, he had gone to the hospital where he was administered medication. Even so, for 2 or 3 days, he would still feel ill and experience mild pain. However, by receiving Johrei, the pain had completely disappeared and his mood and demeanor were wonderfully uplifted. Before this episode, Robson did not have conviction in the power of Johrei, but after having lived this experience, there was nothing left to doubt. After that chapter in his life, Robson experienced yet another kidney crisis. He determined to receive intensive Johrei, which lasted 6 hours. culminating in the elimination of much urine permeated with a nasty odor. Subsequently, Robson has not experienced any more crises or kidney discomfort. He's immensely grateful to God and Meishu-sama for having had this experience, which has solidified his faith and commitment to the divine word. His wish is to intensify the practice of Johrei and be an instrument for Meishu-sama to bestow many miracles in other people's lives. Thank you very much for attending this evening service, for listening to this experience. I wish you a very blessed evening. Thank you.
This brings to a conclusion our evening service. Thank you everyone for joining us. We wish you a very blessed evening.